Can you hear it? Pouring. Sadly, unfortunately, the leak fix that we did in the front did not seem to work very well, so I am in a Walmart parking lot again. Just kind of trying to make sure that the things that are important in my van do not get wet. The leak in the back, however, I think we were able to patch up, so that's good, unless I find out differently. But so far, it seems to be holding up. Today is my dad's birthday, and I wanted to pay tribute to him a little bit today by telling you guys a little bit about my dad and what an incredible inspiration he was and still is to me. My father chose to go to school for art and music when his family was, or his mother was wanting him to be a doctor or something along those lines, right? And he made an artistic choice in his life. As he got older and we started coming along, his painting seemed to kind of fall into the back seat. He didn't paint very much, although he continued drawing and designing. He and my mother used to make incredible banners for our church that I grew up in. And he was always musically involved in something. You know, he was a choir director at our church and found a way to make a living for us in a partial way, because I know my mother had an income as well. So I know it wasn't our mainstay income, but he did that and, you know, sang in a multitude of choirs. When he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, I honestly believe that the music in his life is what kept him with us for as long as it did. He had what I consider to be a brief time mentally away from us. And I say that because in the support groups that I attended during that time, people were telling me things like he'd be like that for 10 years or longer. And he just wasn't. And I do believe that it was the music in his life that kept his cognitive functions working as long as they did. And I am so grateful for that. He always encouraged us to find a passion and then find a way to make a living at it. And many years ago, I thought I'd done that already, you know, permanently in my life. I was a picture framer and I absolutely loved it, and graduated from being just a regular picture framer to a preservation picture framer. So I got to work with some pretty incredible artwork along the way. But there was always something kind of missing, and I do believe that had a lot to do with my own insecurities. I had family members who were extremely talented at what they did, and it was in my own head that I believed I didn't measure up. And it was a voice, you know, it was my own voice telling me that I didn't measure up. So no one was telling me that, it was just me and my own insecurity. It took falling down flat on my face and having to rebuild my life to change that voice in my head. And I am forever grateful for that. I know it sounds fatalistic to some, but I gotta say, it's what did it for me. And it really helped me to change the voices in my head. Not to say that those insecurities don't pop up once in a while. Of course they do. I'm human. But they no longer play like a broken record. And before my father passed away, I shared with him what I was doing and what I wanted to do. And I will never forget, because he grabbed my hands and he looked me straight in the eye and he said, "Do it and don't look back." And so that's what I've been doing. You know, I've been moving forward, partially to follow my own heart, mostly to follow my own heart, but also to honor him. He showed me what it meant to do something you love and the joy that it brings you. I'm dripping. I am so grateful that he gave me that encouragement, and really that blessing. And it was in just a moment, you know, and it wasn't a long moment. They never really were. But I got it. And now every single day that I move forward on this journey, he is with me. He is my protector and my guide. And whenever I get people who make negative comments, I remember something that a dear friend of mine told me, which was, it's really none of your business what anybody else thinks of you. And then I look up, because I sort of have this image of him on the top of my van, holding on for dear life sometimes. But I just kind of look up at him and I'm like, I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to keep doing it no matter what anybody says. And so for his birthday, I am here sitting in the pouring rain, tending to my leeks, and still I have a heart full of gratitude, because I am in Alabama and I am traveling across this country slowly but surely. And I owe that drive and that passion to him. So Dad, thank you. Thank you for always being my champion, even now, and even more so now. I love you. Happy birthday. Thanks for joining me today, everyone. We'll see you next time.